And we are indeed ready for the next run. So I will let Bullets take it away with PowerWash Simulator. Good luck.
Hi. Cool. How's it going, everyone? I'm back. I did not get banned forever and ever for doing sushi earlier today, so I'm back with PowerWash. Just me today, so there will be no live PowerWash voice acting, at least for today, so gonna have a good time with that. And yeah, I'll just get started with this in 3, 2, 1, go. So the category for this is 50% all vehicles, because it would take forever for me to solo do all these vehicles, and I am a quitter, so about halfway through each of these vehicles, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel like it anymore. And we're gonna go to the next one. And we're gonna keep doing that. So this is the least satisfying PowerWash Simulator speedrun you can probably imagine. So if you like the normal gameplay of it, where it's very slow and methodical, and you're just having a great time and just cleaning stuff up, this might not be for you. But we're still gonna have a great time anyways. It's gonna be wonderful. And this is all vehicles because even doing half of like the big locations they have for this game is a lot. So for people that are not familiar with the game, if you look in the top left, I forgot to mention this, if you look in the top left, there is a percentage, and that shows how clean what we're washing is. So you'll see it goes up as I do things. We want to get that to 50% before we can quit and give up, because, I don't know, it's good enough. They are not paying us enough to actually clean all of this correctly. Let me up. Please! Getting up on these things is sometimes a little bit of a challenge. Wait, I want to go up this way, never mind. I forgot how I usually got up there. This game has very interesting physics for, like, jumping off of things, and you can kind of get these, like, sort of super jumps off of certain collision of stuff. But yeah. So we're already kind of chewing through. Not all these levels are going to be as quick as these ones are, but a decent few of them will be. We do start getting to some of the larger vehicles as we go on, but especially for the beginning of the run, we do kind of just shoot through these and you kind of look at it. And part of the reason we're going so quickly through this is we're using the best power washer in the game. Yes, there are different power washers in this game. I am using the Trident, which is incredible. It just, you have these different nozzles for your power washers, and one of them's the red nozzle, which is like really thin, but it cleans everything really well, so you don't have to like go pass back over things. This is just 3 of those attached to each other, so in essence you're just getting triple the coverage of it, and everything is just cleaned instantly. So some OP power washing. This really threw off the power washing meta when this was released recently, so this is fairly meta-defining power washing going on right now. But yeah, so we've got this camper right here that we're going to clean up. Normally the graffiti that's underneath this sand that we're getting off of it, that would normally take a while to get off, because we just have this amazing power washer. It's very easy just to get through. This game does have, there we go. This game does have co-op, which might surprise people. What might surprise people more is that you can have up to 6 people for co-op. So you can have 6 different people running around in these maps, power washing everything to their heart's content, trying to just clean the entire thing, and the desync struggles a lot. If there's 6 people that are trying to optimally wash something, the game really struggles to like keep everything synced together, to the point where the host will usually finish it, and then it'll take like a minute for everyone else to actually, like, for time to catch back up for everybody else, and for them to have it on their screen where it's finished as well. So it's very silly, but it's very fun. I'm hoping to do a little bit more of it. The PowerWash actually has a fairly, well, I don't know why I thought that would work. We're gonna go up the slow and steady and careful way. But there's a pretty decent community for speedrunning in PowerWash. There's actually a lot of people that do it. They're all very friendly folks. So a lot of people do ILs for each of these individual levels, trying to clean the entire thing. There's a bunch of different categories, so it's actually pretty fun. It's very satisfying to do. Obviously, take care of your wrists if you're ever going to speedrun this game. because it is a lot of mouse moving. This game actually used to be a lot worse viewing wise for speedruns, because you used to not have the aim mode that I'm using, and the PowerWash would look like this entire time. But there's an aim mode now, so now the gun moves instead of my camera moving, so it's actually like legible what's happening. If the runner is using that. I don't think all runners use it, but I've always used it since I started running, just for my own sanity. But yeah, doing co-op stuff was a lot of fun for this. We did all vehicles 100%, and it'll be a pretty similar time to what I'm doing for 50%, because you can get really fast with that many people. It's funny because you just start getting into like call-outs and stuff, and like dispersing where people go, and like you start memorizing like all these different pieces. If you look in the top left, have names, and you can just like, the game will eventually tell you which ones are the last ones remaining that haven't been cleaned, and you actually start learning the names of things and learning stuff that tends to not get cleaned very easily. So you get all this like strats and stuff. It's really funny how seriously you can take a game that's supposed to just be like, oh, we're gonna power wash this, we're gonna have a good chill time, it's gonna be very relaxing, and this game is very relaxing. So if you just want something chill to do, this game has a ridiculous amount of levels, and it's just kind of fun to. Before I started speedrunning it, I just would pick it up every once in a while, and I would sit down and try to just, finish like a map and then come back to it, and whenever there's an update I'd come back, and it's finally now fully released and has a lot of stuff in it, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, if your jet ever looks this way, it's probably not working anymore, so. What else does it say? Oh yeah, this game was published by Square Enix. Fun wrinkle into the story of everything. So that's something, I guess. Anyways, we're done with the jet now. We're moving on to the Frolic boat. The jet's one of the bigger ones we'll do, so there's only one really large level we'll be getting to, and we'll be getting that sort of soonish. But the angle you're standing at and kind of where you're positioning yourself for this is decently important, because you don't want to have to like come back over the same area, so you have to kind of get a feel for what percentage you should be at certain points and stuff like that. You could take this category extraordinarily super duper seriously. There we go. And kind of map out what percentage you want to be at as you're moving to each part of it and stuff like that. I don't know if I've seen anyone else do like a 50% run for all vehicles. I'm sure somebody will, or if not, already has. But, I just kind of did this as I was trying to think of a solo category that would be like a good length, and doing 50% of all the vehicles worked out kind of perfectly. Anyways, we got a monster truck now with a giant cat head on the front of it. This one's a little funky because you actually have to. Oops, is my game crashing? No, good. This one's a little funky because you have to actually get beneath the monster truck and start cleaning stuff underneath of it as well. So we'll probably leave that for last and hop onto it. The tires in this level, when you're trying to actually fully clean things, this game has a little bit of leeway where as you're cleaning stuff, if you get close enough, like if there's like minuscule amounts of dirt left, it'll eventually just say like, you're close enough, you got it. There's certain, the tolerance for that is set by the devs for those objects. So for certain objects, you don't really have to clean them properly at all, and they'll just ding very quickly. And then for other ones, you have to be very, very thorough with it. So people that really, really know the game get to a point where they kind of mentally already have all that mapped out in their brains. But yeah. Anyways, onto another plane. I don't know why they changed it, but it used to be whenever you could only have one of these free play missions that you could do at a time. And if you restart one of them, it would reset the progress on the other one you were working on, which I guess playing casually, that probably sucks, but it was really nice for speedrunning because instead of having to manually reset every level after a run, you just reset the one level and then everything else was reset. So unfortunately, every time I do runs now, I have to go through and reset the 50% progress I've done on every single level. All right, so this is the actual big not final vehicle, but the biggest vehicle will be doing as we're going through. So we have to be a little bit more thorough with it as we're heading along here. So yeah, this one will definitely take the longest out of all of them. This is one of the biggest vehicles. There's some other bonus stuff that could be counted as vehicles, but it's not in the vehicle section of free play, so I don't count it because then the run will probably be like twice as long. One is like a full-on train, and the other is like a Mars rover. So it's a lot of like extra stuff in this game, a lot of little silly things. But yeah, there's definitely fully completing certain levels in this game solo would take longer than this entire run. This game has a few just like gigantic levels going on with it, so you get a lot out of it. People have started, since the game is now fully released, people have started to do story mode runs of it, which is every single level, and you do it progressing with your power washer, so you don't have this thing that I have right here from the start. So it's not, you can't just breeze through the first ones like I did. You have to actually like kind of do them semi-properly. Even then, like, they're not slow, but still, it does slow you down. So I don't know what the time's at now. I'd have to look. I remember seeing it be like in the double-digit hours, which I don't think I have the votes for that. So shout-outs to people that can do long runs in general. Y'all are great. I have no clue how you do it. You scare me a little bit. Y'all are wonderful. Yeah, so we're at 20%. I don't want to spend too much time crossing back over here, so we're gonna go onto the main deck here now. Should be plenty of stuff. Let me not bump into things. There's also a bunch of like little achievements for this game. One of them is you do not fully clean any of the parts of the level has different sections. It's broken up into like the cabin here, the bridge window. You have to clean 95% of a level. It doesn't matter which level, it's any level. You have to clean 95% of any level without fully cleaning anything. So it goes from this very relaxing thing to like very, very slowly, methodically trying to clean like just a little bit more of each thing, trying to get close to that. It's very stressful. It's the most stressful thing this game has. Everything else is very chill. Like even speedrunning, it's just like look at dirt and watch dirt disappear. So yeah, we don't do many more. I don't know if we have any donations, anything you'd like to plug with the incentives we have going on, anything you'd like to chip in with?
Sure. So yeah, we definitely have some incentives coming up. I just want to mention them quickly here. So right now, we have the Enable Hand Cam incentive open for the Hatsune Miku Project Diva showcase earlier today from Eucalyptus. Right now, we're at $20 out of 125 to make that happen. So we do still have time to make that happen. That's going to be a little bit later tonight. And then the other incentive that we have open right now is our incentive to enable the music and sound effect shuffler for our Zooter bingo tonight. So that will mix up all the sounds and music in the game to make things kind of weird. In order to hit that, we're going to need a total of looks like a total of 200 right now. We do not have anything towards that yet, so if you'd like to see that, please consider donating to League.
For sure. While you're explaining that, and thank you for plugging those, both those very cool incentives. This RV turned into a UFO. Don't worry about it. It makes sense. This game has lore, actually. I won't spoil any of it, though. It does have a full, complete story, and it's wonderful. There's a lot going on with this game. There's like a gnome hidden in every level. I think it's next to the van in this one, or it might be just like kind of in the middle. Oh, it is next to the van. I know where it is. Okay, that's time, by the way. I got caught up thinking where the gnome was in this map, and time happened. Sorry about that. I meant to give more of a warning. Actually, where did the gnome go? I thought the gnome was over here. Where'd the gnome go? I don't know where the...
GG's, by the way.
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out where the gnome went. I thought I knew where the gnome was, but I guess not. Anyways, yeah, cool. That was PowerWash. Like I said, there's a lot of cool folks that run this game. A lot of people that have put a lot of time into it and do a lot more like full categories of this that do a lot of hard work. And the community is very nice, actually. Everyone I've spoken with has been very kind and like very passionate about the game and just excited to have people running it. So if you are looking to run this, there is a Discord connected to the PowerWash Simulator speedrun.com page. But yeah, I'll be running more of this in the future on my own stream and potentially doing more 6 people runs of it in the future as well. So if you like that as well, I'll be doing that. But that's going to be it for me for the marathon. I'll be doing some stuff behind the scenes, but last run, they've finally gotten rid of me. So thank you all for hanging out, and I will see y'all another time.